Maybe I'll just leave it like this.
What's poppin', people? My name's Malik Ray Sean, and today I am cutting off my locks. I've been growing them for about 6 years now, and I've actually been flirting with the idea of cutting them off for a while. I'm stalling. The reason I've been feeling called to cut the hair is based off of my practice of radical release. Damn it, I'ma miss all that hang time. Throw it back on them. This looks like letting go of things that I feel attachment to, so that I can analyze and evaluate the nature of that attachment. And in this particular moment, I was analyzing and evaluating the nature of all that goddamn new growth.
What does the scouter say about his
New growth.
It's over 9,000!
Deep breath, chop, chop. For some reason, that front section of my hair never wanted to fully lock up. And I'm sure it's my fault somehow, but we'll figure that out next time around. There's so much hair and it's so wicked up that I don't even know where to begin. I'm going in, I'm about to do it, it's happening, here we go, and false start on the offense. My heart is pounding. I found a pursuit angle and it doesn't really want to let go, just like how I've been trying not to let go of the hair for the last year and some change. Funny how that works, huh?
I won't let go.
Ah shit, I done did it now. We are past the point of no return. The raw emotion I felt in this moment was somewhere between surrender and regret. So now I think I'm Michelangelo. For anyone watching who's not a nerd, that is the orange Ninja Turtle, the best Ninja Turtle, the sole survivor of the motherfucking Ninja Turtles. Okay, now let me get back on track. The second chop was just a little bit less difficult than the first one, still a challenge nonetheless. I did not realize until it was time for this big chop just how much of an emotional attachment I had to my hair. Ooh! I didn't grow up watching Beyblade, but damn it, that did not keep me from letting it rip. Now I'm starting to find my flow, cutting these locks off like it's nothing.
Before I cut this one right here, I just have to acknowledge it as the thickest, strongest, most mature lock in my whole head. Didn't want to cut it out before I gave it that respect and that appreciation. So thank you, lock.
Thank you.
Why is it that I feel so attached? I know the hair will grow back. I know I'm gonna have locks again. Not only that, but this isn't my first big chop. I grew out, locked up, and chopped off a whole set.
Why did I cut off my dreads? What was going through my head?
And all throughout my childhood and teenhood, I was growing out and cutting off my afro pretty routinely.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Is this a little extra guy?
So what's going on within me during this particular season of my life that's making this big chop feel like such a scary thing? Maybe it's not necessarily a fear of letting go, but more so a fear of what might be left over after the fact. When people are afraid of the dark, what they're actually afraid of is the thought of what could possibly be lurking in that darkness. I'm pretty sure that's what was happening here. I wasn't afraid of cutting off my locks. I was afraid of my own insecurities, that without a head of hair to hide behind, I would be forced to face head on, applied directly to the motherfucking forehead. Oh, there goes the final lock. Farewell, adios, sayonara. Let me say it in one more language just to be thorough. GP Tiana, how do you say goodbye in Swahili?
In Swahili, you say kwaheri to say goodbye.
Kwaheri?
Almost there. It's pronounced kwaheri. Kwaheri. Keep practicing.
Kwaheri?
Perfect. You got it. Kwaheri means goodbye in Swahili.
Is that not what I said the first time?
You were really close the first time. You said kwaheri, and that's exactly right. Great job.
I don't know what you want from me. My original plan was to save as much of the hair as possible after cutting the locks so I could hit the ground running, get me a little fade, trim up the afro real nice, you know what I'm saying, hit that boy with the lock sponge. But for whatever reason, in that moment, I decided it's actually time for me to enter into the avatar state. That was Guru Patik. If you know, you know. My main goal was to release and reset, but I was still hanging on to the idea of looking fly and being comfortable with my physical appearance. It would be way too easy to release into a reality where you are equally as comfortable. The lack of comfort is what makes the release radical in the first place. Cutting off my locks but keeping the afro would be like getting sober and still hitting the vape. Who does that? To give y'all a little bit of background on my relationship with self-image over the years, I was a pretty awkward kid growing up. For a handful of reasons, I really struggled to like the way I look. But then I had a game-changing revelation. I look pretty damn cool with long hair. The bigger my hair got, the more I liked it. The more I liked me.
Nice.
I especially started liking it once I realized that my hair, when left to its own devices, absolutely free from any inhibitions related to the Caucasian gaze. Not the Caucasian gaze. Look, you know what I mean. My afro was locking itself up, and I loved it.
Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Yep. Thanks for watching.
These little baby locks were far from Marley, okay? I didn't have no hang time. I wasn't shaking them back and forth. It was kind of like little spider legs poking out. But still, the hair was trying to tell me something. And that's when I learned to shut the fuck up when you hear the hair talking. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I asked my mom to twist up my hair, and that is where my very first lock journey began. When I was first getting started, I think it was more about the appearance. Like, I just thought locks looked really cool. I mean, shit, we got Bob Marley, Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, J. Cole, my nigga Static. Oh, and Tarzan.
That's a white boy though.
I know, but them niggas was fly to me. And I wanted to be fly just like them. Maybe not just like Tarzan, but that's neither here nor there. What does it mean to be a person with locks? Obviously, it's a fly-ass hairstyle, but what does this fly-ass hairstyle represent?
It is said that once people became in power in ancient civilization, they would start their locks, and their locks would signify their power. So the longer your locks were, the longer it signified that you had been in power. Locks also have a deep spiritual meaning for a lot of people. It is said that locks are a sign of protection. They protect our crown chakra, where it is believed that we harness our energy, our power. We receive messages from the supreme energy. We receive power from the supreme energy. We harness light from the supreme energy. Our locks are also a method of protection and ensuring that we hold and keep that light, that beauty, that crown, sacred chi energy that keeps us going and keeps us aligned. But locks also in a lot of cultures are a signifier of having deep spiritual healing power. For example, in India, a lot of sadhus, a lot of healers, a lot of shamans wear locks. And the longer their locks are, the longer it signifies that they have been dedicated to their spiritual selves.
Uh-oh, looks like Tarzan's not the only white nigga with locks. Anyways, big shout out to the Queen Poe. She runs a holistic wellness channel here on YouTube. And if y'all are interested in learning more about locks or in general consuming content related to spirituality and black consciousness, I'll leave the link to her channel in the description. I had very little knowledge of the cultural and spiritual significance of having locks, but I wanted to learn more. And I can point to a very specific J. Cole lyric that sparked my passion.
Therefore, from here on out, my hair grow out. I care nothing about opinions.
I'm gonna do what feels natural to me, regardless of what society expects, especially as it pertains to my Afrocentric features.
I want to give hope like the fountains you throw pennies in.
It's kind of fucking difficult to feel hopeful towards the future, knowing just how much the past, as well as the present, have been corrupted by darkness, death, destruction, some other D word that I can't seem to think of in this moment.
These nuts.
In order for hope to be championed and ushered into following generations, we need people who represent divinity, strength, and spirit, rejection of the ego, an affinity for all things natural. Most importantly, we need people who are willing and able to acknowledge and express their internal universes. And that, my friends, is what we are representing when we choose to wear our hair in locks.
Okay, so if having locks is such a big deal, why would you go and chop them off?
That's a great question, you little shit. Maybe next time you can give it to me with about 47% less attitude. The reason I chopped off my locks is so that I can rebuild my relationship with myself from the scalp up. It's been a whole lot going on in my internal universe since I started these locks 6 years ago. The most effective way that I know how to sort through all of that is by strategically removing any and all factors that may have been keeping me from clearly seeing the many ways I still need to improve. The more my hair grows, the less concerned I am with my actual growth as an entire human. So as soon as I chop off all that hair, ain't nothing left but room to grow. The hairline ain't doing too well.
It's thinning.
You probably can't tell from this angle and this lighting. Most of my hair is more fluffy and like afro texture. And then this whole section right here.
Thinning.
The reason I'm not looking at y'all right now is because I'm looking at me through the screen. I've actually kind of been avoiding looking at myself since I cut the hair off. It's a hard adjustment to make when it's just like me in the bathroom, in the mirror, terrible lighting. It's not even terrible lighting, it's just lighting that I am not in control of. And to me, that makes it terrible. Cutting my hair off has allowed me to be a lot more aware of the other things going on with my body. First and foremost, full-blown dad bod, okay? Do I want to expose myself right now? Fuck it. Billy, where are you going? You got somewhere to be?
I just wanted to go outside and play with the ball.
Lay down. What a guy. Anyway, I've been really putting on the pounds since I've been out in Georgia. And maybe that's just what happens when you grow up an athlete and then you stop playing sports. You're barely exercising and then you're sitting in front of a computer screen for 8 to 10 hours a day, every week, every month, for years.
One eternity later.
At least my smile's still nice. Don't look too close. I got a hole.
He needs some milk.
And I got other holes too.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
In my teeth. Billy?
What?
Don't lick my bed.
I'm sorry. You don't gotta put me on blast like that, though.
I got holes in my teeth, lots of aches and pains in my body.
Oh, my back!
And I refuse to accept that's just what happens when you are approaching 30. No. I'm not going for it. Going back into the idea of hiding from my insecurities behind a full set of long, luscious locks. I'm going like this and almost expecting to feel them. There's nowhere for me to hide now. So when I look in the mirror, I see all of it. Not just how I look, but how I feel. I gotta give myself credit where credit is due. The last time I hit the vape is the day I cut my hair off. And it's been, what is it, May 20th? Did it March 14th-ish? 2 months of hair growth, 2 months of no vape, still sober, thank God. And those are things that I'm genuinely really proud of. It's not easy to go without things that I'm used to having. But after letting go of the hair, getting rid of some weird device that just makes me feel worse was not very difficult to do. I still have cravings for sure, but I'm not like, man, I wish I had a vape. This is all that's left. Do you want to see, Bill? Yeah, that was in my head.
What it smells like unresolved trauma and repressed emotions.
Why do you look embarrassed? I have this pinned up on my wall. Maybe I'm not completely ready to let it all go. I mean, I'm not finna wait. Chat. I don't know, I guess it's just nice to look back and remember what I was hanging on to, why I let go of it, what it feels like to let go of something that I'm really close to. Almost like maybe in a less toxic way, holding on to old photos of you and your ex. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back. I just didn't want to end the video without giving a little bit of an update. The voiceover I already recorded kind of ended with me feeling like there was still more to say. I hope whatever I said was what I needed to say and not just things that I said. You know what I'm saying? God damn, that's a lot of hair. Looks like you made it to the end. Congratulations! If you would like to see another video of me kikiing and ha-haing, I got something for you right over there. Or if you want to hear my new song, I got that for you right over here. And if for some reason you still haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm gonna need you to go on ahead and hit that button, okay? It's free!
Michael Jordan